At least 3 dead in Jamaica from Hurricane Beryl. All airports will be open today. Massive destruction in St Elizabeth and Clarendon. Phone lines are down and 70% of the population without electricity and water. 2 persons shot dead. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Jamaica, as far as we see, managed to escape Hurricane Beryl, but Keruko, a small island in the Grenadines, is totally ruined. I saw aerial shots covering the entire island and 75% of every home is damaged. Not one of them have any roof. By air, only the house structure is left, just the walls and some rubble shows inside them. And that means the hurricane took out every piece of furniture or break them to pieces on the walls. There is nowhere for these people to live as there are no roof on the houses. The few that are left intact with roof shows bare boards, all the shingles are gone. Some homes are what is left shows just the frame and the floor that at one time there was a house there, and that place shows billions of dollars of damage. Jamaica in some areas was way better, as even during this storm I got footage of people picking up breadfruit that blows off trees, and of course man and man drinking rum with fire going with the newly gotten breadfruit find joining the others in the fire. One woman could be seen picking up breadfruit in the hurricane with not a care in the world while a tree was tearing down just several yards from her. And of course, you know that thieves found it an opportune time to go break into some people's business place. There was 2 reported break-ins in Westmoreland. Now we get more footage on the south coast of Jamaica. Looked like a bomb was dropped there. Clarendon and South St Elizabeth was hit hard. Apparently it was hit the hardest, and many houses have no roof or some parts of the roof is gone. Video shows a massive destruction in those parishes, and some houses were totally demolished, and we're talking about what used to be beautiful homes. Montego Bay Airport was open and Kingston Palisades Airport will open today. Meanwhile, the Ian Fleming International Airport in St. Mary and the 3 domestic aerodromes, Tinsapen, Negril, and Ken Jones, have been inspected, and despite minor damage to structures in some of these facilities, the runways and the terminals are fine and are in order for operation today. And those facilities will reopen this morning at 7 a.m. And if you cannot reach anyone by phone, don't worry. All the way are foreign having a hard time to reach anyone in Jamaica as the power and water to 70% of the island is off. The light is off and the power station need power in order to send the water to the pipes, so enough people will have to use river water to get a fresh. And guess what? There is now a tropical wave coming today, which is going to bring all day rain today, lasting into the weekend. The Met Service says showers and thunderstorms associated with a tropical wave is expected today. Meanwhile, an elderly resident of Buckup Resource in Manchester died yesterday morning after one of the walls of his house collapsed on him. Police said that 80-year-old Stanley Castle went outside to inspect his house following the passage of Hurricane Beryl when the incident occurred. He was taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The other casualty from the hurricane is a youth who got washed away in a gully in Kingston, and it is said he was outside playing football during the hurricane when it happened, and his body was not found. Also, a 26-year-old Hanover woman was killed on Wednesday evening when a tree limb fell on her during Hurricane Beryl. The deceased has been identified as Keon Sterling. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force said that Sterling was standing outside her house in Green Island, Hanover, when a section of the tree hit her about 5 p.m. A family member reportedly stumbled upon her body and summoned the police, and Sterling was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, the police are urging members of the public to exercise caution as they venture out to undertake various recovery activities following the passage of the hurricane. Persons are being asked to be mindful that several roadways remain blocked by downed trees and utility poles, which may impact movement along the roadways. According to the police, the Bagua Gorge remains closed, along with several roadways in rural St Andrew, Portland, St Mary, and in western Jamaica. Among them are Guava Gap in St Andrew, Guys Hill in St Mary, Mavis Bank, and Lawrence Tavern in St Andrew. And we're having reports that all government agencies are now going to be open today. Normal operations of government ministries, departments, and agencies will resume today following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. And we're not sure how they can operate without electricity But this is Jamaica we're talking about. It's not a real place. Residents in Waterford in St. Catherine captured a crocodile which was seen in a gully near the community yesterday morning following the heavy rains. And in a video captured by Edge 105 Wesley Berger, several residents were observed using ropes and sticks to restrict the crocodile before pulling him out of the gully. One eyewitness said police cordoned off the area while they waited for a representative from the National Environment and Planning Agency to retrieve the crocodile. And we wonder if his food him come look. And we just got information about a man using the shortage of power to start a business. He set up a generator and a panel of solar and charging people $100 to charge their phones. Donovan Heat of Rome in Westmoreland set up a table and several phones could be seen plugged in getting charged as there was no electricity for many miles in Westmoreland. And hours after the passage of Hurricane Beryl and the discontinuation of an island-wide curfew on Thursday morning, 2 men were shot dead in Greenwich Farm in Kingston. The deceased have so far only been identified by their aliases Benji and Bossy. Both men were gunned down mere minutes apart at around 10:30 a.m. Benji reportedly met his demise at the intersection of 5th Street and 1st Avenue in the community and he was killed by unknown assailants. And it's understood that less than 1 hour later, about 50 meters away from that scene, Bossy was also murdered. Police said it was not immediately clear whether the two incidents was related, and there is reportedly an ongoing feud between rival gangs in that community. Onto sports, former Reggae Boys forward Sean Fraser and veteran football coach Andrew Price believe that Jaime Hallgrimson's resignation as head coach of the national senior men's team comes at a less than ideal time due to the team's ambition of qualifying for the next World Cup. Hallgrimson ended his near 2-year stint with Jamaica on Sunday following their defeat to Venezuela in the ongoing Copa America. Price, who has had coaching stints with Boys Town and Humble Lions in the Jamaica Premier League, believes that Hallgrimson deserves a passing mark for helping to advance the program compared to what was in place at his arrival. And it's an unfortunate situation, and the JFF has very little time to find a new coach because now we have the Nations League in September for the next 2 windows. Everybody who coached Jamaica quit after a year or 2. There is no continuity, and that's why we can't get to the stage that the US and Canada has reached. Even with the many international foreign players Jamaica have, we still cannot reach the standard of our CONCACAF power teams, which is a shame, especially since the players individually are so good. We just need somebody to put them together and let them play football. And this coach to me was the best coach we have had in many years, if not the best coach ever, and we should be begging him to stay. Who come next, even if we ever reach the World Cup, will not be a better coach. We're just gonna reach World Cup just on sheer will and mentality, and because we have such great players. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you missed the news, go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.